10 seconds.
Best of luck.
Can I get a fly check?
6, 5,
Okay, fade to black.
3.
They're Branniger and the Hawk.
Mega CD.
究極兵器メタルソニック、最速にして最強のライバル出現がソニックを熱く過激にする。過去へ未来へ、超音速アクションは時空をも超えた。
Sonic the Hedgehog CD from Mega CD.
would probably run away if you asked them. I don't think anyone has. We could get lucky, and if you want to ask them, go ahead.
Hello everybody, this is the Loud House Critic, one guy with 1,000 views and all the episodes I must review. So, you all have made it this far into the Loud House Critic show. And today's Loud House Critic episode review is the final episode of Season 5. I cannot believe how close I am to reviewing a 300 episode. The question of that is, what's it gonna be? As of today's finals episode of this season, the Orchid Grief. Funny how the way this is actually based on a 1998 book. This happens to be the 35th episode, likely in Season 6, and the 281st episode. This was an episode I constantly skipped over because obviously it was a Clink and McCloud episode, and you much likely know what Clink and McCloud episodes are capable of. By the way, before this episode review begins, I should tell everybody that this is the first episode where we got two new voice actors. We've got Jaden White, who's actually voicing Clyde, and I forget who the other guy is who's voicing Howard, since Wayne Brady isn't actually voicing this character. So now, let's find out what this orchid flower is capable of. And you know, come to think of it, it also reminds me of another movie that's not too much interesting called Anaconda's Hunt for the Blood Orchid. Let's just begin.
Recognize that sound?
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
I see you training around town with a girl I love, and I'm like, muck you. I get some pokey in my pocket, wasn't enough, and I'm like, muck you and go duck her too.
Out among the stars I sail, way beyond the moon. In my silver ship I sail, dream that ended too soon. Now I know exactly who I am and what I'm here for.
You are a toy, you can't fly!
And I will go sailing no more.
Clyde! Drop whatever you're doing!
I can't. It's a 17th century Japanese urn.
Okay, gently put down whatever you're doing.
You know, there's something about this episode that should have been Clyde McBride's episode instead of this being a Clinton McCloud episode. Because from the looks of Clyde actually handling that thing, there's something that he's actually gonna do, he's gonna take upon himself.
The limited edition David Steele comic made of actual steel is finally out. I hear the cover alone weighs 10 pounds. We gotta grab one before they sell out.
No thanks, that's too much worth any money. Shit, that would cost nothing under $1 if you wanted to sell that.
I wish I could, but my dad's asked me to finish all these chores.
They ass fuck too much. That's a mistrial. But seeing how Lincoln doesn't want to actually do this without Clyde, he actually decides to help him around the house finish all his chores up.
Lounge around the pool a while. Make a date with my favorite girl. We got it made. Whoa!
Okay, seeing this kind of shit happens reminds me of Pippi Longstocking, and I almost did this before too.
Come now. Enough of this funny business. When will your parents be here, young lady?
That's an excellent question. You see, my mother is in heaven, and my father's lost at sea. Although Friedel's gone to find him.
And some for you. Oh, that's a cool looking flower. And some for you.
No! Clyde, what's wrong?
That plant has already been watered. Now it's gonna die.
Oh, it can't be that bad, McBride. I'm sure too much water isn't gonna kill it.
And if it's a curse I'm under, to do it till I die.
I hope not.
Yeah. I should have warned you. It's the eternal love orchid. It's very rare. It can only be given 1 milliliter of water every 12 hours.
That's a little less, don't you think? And since when was this flower even part of the McBride's home anyway? Do you realize that every time that we're at Clyde McBride's house, we never see any flowers sticking up somewhere in his house? So a little too much water isn't gonna kill it.
Ah!
Survey says.
By the way, when first watching that movie, do you even realize that when Yzma actually dumps her drink inside the cactus, it doesn't die at all? Like it just killed the plant inside the lab? Am I the only one who noticed that when I first watched the movie?
Do you think your dads will notice if we just throw it out?
Oh, yeah. This orchid is super special. My dad gave it to my dad on their first date.
Wow. They're hippies. They need to stop smoking that grass.
Oh, sounds like the producers of this movie.
Grow up, will you?
And it only blooms every couple of years. When it does, Dad gets even more emotional. Every time.
Jeez, Beanpole, stop crying. Why is it always the gay white man that gets so emotional with everything? I'm sorry, that may sound like a total mistrial, but it's true.
No need to be gentle.
My dad called this orchid a symbol of their love. And now it's dead!
Oh, don't you start turning queer too, McBride. You're better than your own dads.
Ooh, action figure with lifelike tears.
Don't worry, we'll fix this. We just have to get a replacement before your dads get home. What flower shop did it come from?
There is no shop. He got it at a rare traveling plant convention.
Of course he did.
It's hopeless. Unless you happen to know a genius botanist who can work miracles and bring this thing back to life.
Knock, knock. When it comes to someone saying a genius, who's the first Loud House character to ever pop into your head?
Coincidence? I think not!
I can't help you.
Excuse me?
This is beyond the scope of science.
I don't understand. You can rip a hole in the space-time continuum, but you can't bring one teeny tiny flower back to life?
Fuck that. That episode special has already fucked our minds. We don't even need more mind fucking. In fact, with that, y'all didn't even fix shit. You guys didn't fix the fucking base. You guys didn't fix the problem. Y'all asses still got grounded in the very end. So what's the fucking point of time traveling if you're not gonna fucking fix something? I don't see why the fuck you couldn't even do this again and let Lincoln actually fix this fucking problem and not water the damn plant in the first place. But as Lisa likes to say,
sadly, that's correct. However, there is another option.
oh yeah, better than what you guys did during the season. Now you're gonna try to make us pretend like that episode never happened?
It so happens that this exact species is native to a remote swamp in Michigan. I can tell you precisely where to find it, but I must warn you, the terrain is harsh and unforgiving.
So scary.
Not a problem. I just got a new pair of galoshes.
Yeah, that's lovely, but let me repeat. Harsh and unforgiving.
Would you stop that?
You're gonna make a 5-year-old piss his pants. So Lincoln and Clyde make their way into the swamp part of Michigan. And you know what? I'm gonna tag along with these two as well.
I feel like we're being watched, and it's not helping my anxiety.
Samantha?
Don't start that fucking song. I do not like that song. How's that damn snowman not aware of the danger around him?
According to Lisa's GPS, the orchid should be about 200 feet away. We'll get it, and then we'll get out of here.
I'd get out of.
I'd get out of. I'd get out of town.
Great. You know, this place isn't that harsh and unforgiving. Actually, I thought the bugs would be worse.
I think you guys are somewhere where Jumanji takes fucking place at.
It's been good knowing you, buddy.
Boys, run! Don't stand there like a bunch of chicken shiznit.
Where are you going?
Sorry, pal. At times like this, you're on your own.
Phew, that was close. Good thing for that alligator. Alligator?
Your friends?
That's my whipping arm!
Alligators?
Yeah, don't stand there like a bunch of fucking idiots. Get the fuck out of the water! And since when has there ever been alligators in Michigan? They can't survive the cold up here.
Clyde, we're gonna have to climb this tree.
This super tall, thorn-covered, unsteady-looking tree?
Like you got any other better options?
Go on. Up you go.
That one way up there?
That's right.
Well, we're safe as long as we stay up here.
Yeah, I don't think staying on a tree branch in the part of the swamp isn't gonna hold you guys any longer. Oh, I swear, if they would have landed on one of those gators, they could have been doing stupid shit like this.
For an exciting half hour of flying, spinning, and ducking.
I guess it's sort of quacked up.
That shit kills me every time when I see that fucking commercial. And I would hate to imagine somebody who steps on every alligator in the bayou or swamp as they're trying to stay alive.
Wait, are you getting shorter?
Quicksand? Really, Michigan?
Oh, that would be no surprise. There are a few areas that do have quicksand into, and one of them I got stuck into. I sunk much all the way down to my hip. My brother, dad, and uncle had to get me out. But there are some tips that you actually can survive quicksand, and they're down in the description below after the show.
I'll save you, buddy!
Phew, thanks, Clyde. Your upper body strength always amazes me.
Oh, hey there, young man. If you boys are looking for the orchid, take this river straight down and then make a right. You'll see it.
Well, that was mighty generosity of you. Thank you, Mr. Old Frog.
Now, come on. Let's get out of here before my swamp-based phobias overwhelm me.
Well, swimming tadpoles, I don't believe it. Wait till I tell Polly and Sprig. I just seen the legendary Loud House Critic himself in person. But where's the rest of his crew? Oh, well, I might as well get hopping.
You know, I'm starting to think that old frog we just met back there, that had to be Hop Pop from Amphibia. Wait till I tell Andreas, Savannah, and the others I just seen Hop Pop from Amphibia in person. But where's Ann, Sprig, and Polly? Hopefully we might run into them here.
Clyde, look! It's the orchid!
Whoa! Ah, great. But to get to it, we're going to have to get through all of that.
Beautiful swamp plants?
Beautiful swamp plants? Shit, bite me in the dick if you dare. I've seen it several times in video games and even movies where there's man-eating swamp plants. Especially the big yellow one from Jumanji.
Come on, come on.
Clinkin' McCloud?
Clinkin' McCloud.
Stop! Don't please! You won't escape me!
I think it's supper time.
And another arrogant human dies.
Clinkin' McCloud!
Whoa! Clyde, that was amazing! Where'd you learn those moves?
I have no idea. I freaked out when I saw you were in danger.
The way he just said all that, it felt like he was about to piss his own pants. Like he's never been this brave before. So the boys make it through the man-eating plants and they make it close to the orchid.
We did it, Lincoln! Thanks for helping me.
You thief! I'm kicking your ass.
There he is!
Everybody to pause this and take a moment to actually look at the slim figure on this person. And you tell me who you think this is. Is it really that obvious to know who it really is behind wearing that fucking mask? I think it's pretty obvious that most of us have seen the shape of this person's figure before.
Come on, he's getting away! Well, that worked out.
As Maui would say, did not see that coming.
Clyde, hold on!
Look at me, I'm barefooted!
Rock! Alligators!
Down, 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 down!
Tropical fruit! That should have been the easy one.
Oh my god. This shit kills me in cartoons every time when a person crashes through a window, enters another house, goes through another window into another house, grabbing some items, changing clothes, until you see someone wearing a female's undergarment and bras, and you actually see the bunch of frickin' fruit on their head. And when I look at them like this, it reminds me of this. Oh my god. I'm so glad that fucking spear didn't hit his head.
Clyde, look! I'm going for it. Follow my lead.
Careful, Lincoln. This guy could be dangerous.
Oh, you fish fucker!
A, alligator. B, bayou. C, cypress tree.
Scoots, what are you doing here?
I don't answer questions. I ask them.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Scoots. I want to talk to the captain of this ship.
Ahoy!
Mr. Bullhofner?
Is there any slight chance we can go back to where the gators were at?
That's Captain Bullhofner to you!
Don't you kids get too comfortable. This is a seniors-only swamp cruise.
And I respect that.
I don't. I'd rather jump overboard and just get eaten, just so I don't have to suffer being here.
Survey says...
Can you catch up to that other fan boat? We need to see a man about an orchid.
Tough! Not what I'm getting paid for!
The only art Hollywood cares about is the quick art of making money!
Please, Mr. Captain Bullhofner, sir. I don't have time to explain, but we're on a mission of love.
Love?
Well, I guess Clyde struck a nerve about love to you, didn't he?
And can you feel the love tonight?
Let's hear what this guy has to say.
I was in love once, back when I was living in a pineapple field in Hawaii. I'll never forget you, Terry.
Well, that was, really unusual. But What is love?
What is love? Baby, don't
Turn that shit off!
Hold on to your wigs and teeth, folks! We've got a boat to catch!
There he is!
That's pretty something unusual for those vines to open sesame just like that. It's like we're on the Jungle Cruise. Does anybody even enjoy that ride?
They call them Himalayans because normally you'll see Himalayan right there along the water's edge. The other day, somebody said they saw Himalayan over there. Yeah, folks, I've been up and down the river. I've never seen Himalayan anywhere. Yeah. Today we're looking out for Skipper Felix, folks. Brand new skipper.
What are you doing? We're gonna lose him!
I don't lose people, just socks. And the odd toe.
Sorry. That's a not every day I don't see these days on a person. But I'm pretty sure he mentioned something like this in Snow News Day. But let's catch up with the Orchid Thief and let's not pretend like we're not gonna have nightmares about this.
Wow, that was amazing!
I know this swamp like the back of my... Don't give up the mission! Love is all we have in this life!
Hey, animation error. Did he not have his shoes on when he was on the boat?
What the hell is the matter with you people? You've caused more damage than that goddamn thing did! You've caused more damage than that goddamn thing did!
What do we do? Don't look at me! I'm not even allowed to operate a box fan!
You two have been in school reading and learning this whole fucking time and you guys don't even know how to... You know, never mind. You guys are not as smart as you look together. And you ain't gonna believe about who's gonna drive this boat as much as I'm afraid to even be with this person.
A little closer, Scoot! Be careful, Lincoln!
Lincoln? Clyde?
Called it! Was it not too fucking hard to even know?
Survey says...
Hooray for the kind of man that you will find in the gateway.
Ew, no.
Oh!
Gotcha!
Orchid! Oh! No!
Survey says...
No!
Dad's going to be devastated!
Howard will never forgive me!
Wait,
what?
Whoa.
Dad's gonna be devastated about what?
Well, there was the principal and Meryl, and shit. Can't lie about this.
I kind of overwatered the orchid and sorta killed it.
We both did, and we thought if we could replace it...
Wait, that's what happened to the plant? I saw that it was missing and panicked.
You knew about this too? Who knew?
I knew I had to replace it before your dad got home. I've killed that thing so many times I bought a mosquito net and hip waders.
Shit, you might as well electrocute the cat and see all their 9 lives are still worth it.
Test tube, baby.
God damn!
Some fried pussycat. You see, they find it funny. Now that all pretenses are all pretty much solved, Lincoln, Clyde, and Harold head back to the house to tell Howard the ugly truth.
So the orchid was completely shredded and sunk to the bottom of a swamp.
Well, he sat in that chair and cried like a biatch.
Sorry.
Oh, thank goodness!
What the hell?
And how and why is that funny?
Don't get me wrong, I loved the flower hair bear, but it was just so high maintenance. I've had to arrange my entire schedule around it, and even then I must have killed that thing and had to replace it 8 times.
Wow, you two hold the record of the history of killing something in your life. Shit, why not kill Flip's pet raccoon and see if he can come back to life? And another thing?
You asshole! You think this shit is funny?
Do you realize what I had to go through with Lincoln and your son to go get that damn thing? We were almost killed and eaten by man-eating bugs, fucking alligators, and giant man plants. And now you tell us all of a sudden that you're happy that this thing is fucking dead and gone? I should bitch slap you. But I'm gonna save it for another day.
But you were so attached to that orchid. Every time it bloomed, you wept tears of joy.
That was not joy. Oh. I will never be free.
Any last words? Not too late to get a divorce.
Survey says.
So, you're not mad that we destroyed the symbol of your love?
I never needed a flower to remind me I'm loved. Just look at what you all went through for me today.
Yeah, not to mention a whole lot of shitload of death was coming to us. You could have just saved all this trouble and would have told us right away instead of us going through all this trouble.
If that's not love, I don't know what is.
Okay, now this is getting sad. I'm out of here. Good luck, boys.
I guess we missed out on the new David Steele comic book for nothing.
Yeah, the comic book store closes in 10 minutes. There's no way we'd make it on time.
Don't worry, I've got this.
I'm gonna need to see some life jackets!
Survey says. Row, row, row your car gently down the street. Merrily, 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 life is but a treat. There you go!
And that was the Orchid grief. I really don't have too much to say about this episode, because an episode like this doesn't really too much interest me. It's not because of the Clinton McCloud episode, it's the fact that I know exactly what was going to happen in this episode, as it hasn't already hit everybody that they know what Lincoln and Clyde are capable of when it comes to a Clinton McCloud episode. They do something stupid, they gotta go and fix it, they get busted in the very end, that's it. But there is one thing I did not see coming, and that was the twist at the very end when Howard actually wanted that Orchid dead. That was so unexpected that I did not see coming. I had a confused look on my face at first, but when the episode ended, I had a huge laugh afterward. And I also did like the adventure about them trying to get the new Orchid. It was so much entertaining and fun to watch. As they go through the swamp and they encounter so many different dangers and threats, as if we haven't seen this in Total Drama recently. I hated the callback of Time Trap. Lisa was pretty useless in the episode, because all she did was tell them that she can't help them and they have to go down to the swamp area of Michigan to go get a new one. Okay, what's the point of you being in this episode? And I know there's a lot of people who snark the crap out of this episode, but you know what? I'm not gonna call it a bad episode, and it's not really a good episode, but I can give it a pass, especially in the adventure in the swamp. And thanks for a great cameo appearance. There was a lot of things that didn't interest me, and there was a lot of things I saw a milestone away. Especially the person who was taking the Orchid when it turned out to be Harold. I just wish Clyde would have told Lincoln in the first place not to water the Orchid. Then again, there wouldn't be no episode about it. But this episode could have been so much better. It could have been a different adventure, other than just a flower. Then again, Clyde should have actually talked to his dad and would have told him about this. I don't think any of them would have had a problem with it. Especially with Howard. Scoots and Mr. Bolhoffner were okay. And I do gotta give credit to the people who actually did the episode Head Poet's Anxiety for making this a pretty decent solid episode. So my recommendation is this. Watch this episode and let me know which Clinton McCloud episode you prefer to watch. This has been the Loud House Critic, and I gotta give a huge big thanks shout out to Bill Farmer for giving his grace performance for this review.
In the loud house, duck, dodge, push and shove. It's how we show our love. In the loud house, one boy and 10 girls wouldn't trade it for the world.